The year is 72 BCE. The Roman Republic is at its height, stretching from Spain to the eastern Mediterranean. In the bustling streets of Rome, the Colosseum echoes with cheers as thousands gather to watch the bloody spectacle of gladiators fighting for their lives. Among them stands a young gladiator named Cassius, a man born free but enslaved after his village was conquered. Cassius stands in the shadowy tunnel beneath the Colosseum, his hands trembling around the hilt of his gladius. Beside him, an older gladiator, Marcus, gives quiet advice. "Remember, Cassius," Marcus says, "the crowd wants blood, but the emperor wants a show. Fight smart, not reckless." Cassius nods, but fear grips his heart. This is his first match. If he dies, no one will remember his name. If he lives, there's a chance he can earn his freedom one day. The gates creak open, and blinding sunlight floods the tunnel. Cassius steps into the arena to deafening cheers. His opponent, a hulking Thracian warrior, raises a trident and net, roaring to intimidate him. The fight begins. Cassius dodges the net, narrowly avoiding being entangled. The Thracian presses his attack, forcing Cassius to block and parry. The crowd roars louder with each clash of steel. Cassius remembers Marcus's words. Fight smart. He starts to use his speed to his advantage, wearing down the Thracian. At last, Cassius sees an opening and delivers a decisive blow, disarming his opponent. The Thracian falls to his knees, bloodied and defeated. Cassius looks to the emperor, who sits high above the arena. The emperor gestures to the crowd, who roar for a decision, life or death. Cassius hesitates, his gladius poised for the killing stroke. In a moment of clarity, Cassius drops his sword. The crowd gasps, and the emperor raises an eyebrow. "Mercy?" the emperor says, his voice carrying over the arena. "Why?" Cassius speaks boldly, his voice trembling, but firm. "This man fought with honor. Let him live to fight again." The emperor considers, then signals with his thumb. Up. The Thracian is spared, and Cassius's defiance earns a mix of boos and cheers. But the emperor smirks, impressed by the young gladiator's courage. That night, Cassius sits alone in his cell, exhausted but alive. Marcus enters, his face stern. "You took a risk, boy. Mercy is a dangerous game." Cassius shrugs. "I'd rather die with honor than live as a butcher." Marcus chuckles. "Perhaps you're more than just a fighter. Perhaps you'll be remembered for more than blood." The next day, Cassius learns the emperor has summoned him. Word of his mercy has spread, and some see him as a hero. Others see him as a threat. Cassius is brought before the emperor, who offers him a choice: remain a gladiator and fight for glory, or join the Roman army and earn his freedom through service. "I choose the army," Cassius says. The emperor nods, a sly smile on his lips. "Then fight for Rome, Cassius, and prove your worth." As Cassius leaves the chamber, he feels a spark of hope. For the first time since his enslavement, he sees a path forward, not just for himself, but for a legacy greater than bloodshed. And so Cassius's journey begins, not as a nameless gladiator, but as a man determined to reclaim his freedom and his destiny in the vast, tumultuous world of ancient Rome.